Hi! Max morning to all our associates and guests. I am the Africano from Marketing and Communications Department of Max International, and welcome to another episode of Max Chat Room. Ayan. So, Max Chat Room is a series of light-hearted but impactful webinars that focuses on the latest social happenings, top trendy topics, and lifestyle discussions. So, we are actually live here on Zoom and on Facebook. Ayan. So actually, we have more viewers on Facebook. So hello sa inyo na naka-Facebook Live. So here we can talk about anything in a more conversational manner. So this is open to everyone, both associates and of course their guests and prospects. So since these are interest-based, you can actually tag your friends to watch with you. Ayan. So our topic for today's video is how to motivate your team to be productive. So we all know that as Max Associates, you are expected to play the role of a team player and a team leader at the same time. And a trait of an effective leader is the ability to motivate the team to reach their goals. So do you agree na yan ang role that we have to play as Max Associate? Ayan. So if you agree, thumbs up tayo. Ayan. So now, here to tell us the know-how, we've invited a professional life and mental health coach. He is certified by the Life Coach Philippines and the Global Life Coach Training and Entrepreneur Institute. He's also the Youth Empowerment and Recruitment Manager of YouthWorks Philippines, Business for Education, and the Master Trainer for Aflatuon International. He is none other than Coach Tony Fernandez.
Hi, hello Coach everyone! Tony. Hi! Hello Max! Morning sa lahat mga associates and guests, to everyone who are watching live. And again, I'm happy to serve you again this afternoon. And I feel so much grateful sa Max International. Maraming salamat for always looping me in sa mga ganitong mga sessions. At samahan niyo ako again, sabi nga ni Ma'am, na this is a Max chat room. So invite your friends, families, and don't forget to share this video to them. Yan, so Max morning. So before we start, let me ask to pull up yung ating presentation. Let me ask you, sa lahat mga nanonood dito sa Zoom and of course to our live audience on Facebook, sagutin niyo naman yung tanong, what pushes you forward? Okay? What pushes you forward? So comment your answer sa chat box or dito sa ating live sessions. Ayan, dito sa Zoom din. So mga Zoomers natin, good afternoon. Again, Max morning. So the question is, what pushes you forward? And then, kunin natin yan sa mga answers. So, what pushes you forward every day, no? Ayan. So, comment down below. Tingnan natin yung mga nanonood because this will be our springboard on how to motivate your team to be more productive. Again, ayan, to become a blessing to others, sabi ni Miss Juliet, and to inspire people in my own little way. Wow, thank you. And again, sa mga nanonood pa dyan, don't forget to drop your answers. What pushes you forward? Okay, thank you so much for your answers. And let me reintroduce myself. Next slide is ayan, bagong-bago yung picture na yan, parang last week pa lang. Okay, I'm Anthony Fernandez, Tony for short. Again, I'm a professional life and mental health coach, a development worker, and a proud member of an LGBTQIA+ community. So, As all you know, I will be sharing how to motivate your team to be more productive, especially these challenging times. Because having a productivity in tasks means productivity in sales. Tama ba? If you're connecting with me, yes, heart react naman dyan or thumbs up, no? So you've for sure, marami sa inyo na matagal na bahagi ng Max International. And you've worked incredibly hard to establish your team, your company to be more valuable than anyone else. You focus on continuous and never-ending improvement. Ang dami niyong ni-research kung paano pa ma-improve yung team, your strategies, no, your strategies. You have also developed yung sales strategies, your company plan or your team plan. Likewise, you also improve in hiring process. And according to your perspective, sino yung gusto nyong masama sa team ninyo, no? Or your best team member. But lately, ito, especially in challenging times, you've noticed a drop in team motivation. So although marami tayong effort na binibigay, of course, to motivate our team members with incentives, okay, like bonuses, raises in pay, benefits, their lack of excitement for their work is still nakikita natin na parang hindi motivated yung mga kasama ko. All of the normal techniques na alam ninyo, lahat ng mga natutunan ninyo sa mga webinars, sa mga trainings face-to-face before, ay hindi mo nakikita effectively. So the best method na nakikita natin sa screen is to inspire your team having nothing to do with money. Hindi naman talaga. And also working in the development sector, it's not all about money. Instead, the center around each person's ideals or the values, their foundation. It takes actual leadership. At kaya nga maganda that we have this chat room to discuss leadership, and also to how to motivate our team. Together with practical tactics, it's more about inspiration than motivation, because motivations follows after inspiration. So it starts with a coaching culture. So let me share with you 9 ways on how to motivate your team to be more productive. So una na dyan is, number 1, again, you have to recognize that there is a science of motivation. Sa lahat ng bagay, merong science. Okay? There are 2 types. Okay? 2 types of team motivation. Alam nyo ba yon? If you know the answer, please drop here your answer. Ano yung dalawang types of motivation? Sige, makikita natin yan sa next slide. Yan, so our two types of team motivation ay extrinsic and intrinsic. So pag sinabing extrinsic motivation, these are includes pay, benefits, and promotion or monetary. No? Intrinsic motivation, ito naman yung gratification or the satisfaction of a person gets from completing a certain task. The most effective way to encourage your team is through intrinsic motivation, through gratification, okay? Which takes full advantage sa inyong team's growth and purpose, okay? And of course, purpose and growth ng inyong team member. Each person, because we believe that each person's values are the foundation of intrinsic team motivation. So again, titignan natin yung foundation ng bawat kasama natin sa team. You need to understand what motivates each person to report to the team meeting each day or your scheduled day. Do they love having the flexibility to be unique? Okay? Meron ba silang ganong perspective? Does work satisfy their needs for involvement or significance being part of your team? Or na-enjoy ba nila yung pag-develop ng kanilang skills? Because finding out their why will help you encourage a team. So when was the last time you talked about it with your team? When was the last time you conducted your one-on-ones? Okay, alam nyo ba bakit siya sumali sa inyo, sa inyong team? So you have to recognize their where they're coming from, what are their whys. So let's focus our attention or in recognizing the motivation in intrinsic, okay, gratification of a person who gets from completing, okay, completing a certain task. Sige, next tayo. So, nakuha na natin, alam na natin yung whys ng mga kasama natin. So, the second way, okay, tip for this session is to really, again, set your goals and share your vision. Well, I've talked about it about vision board last time, no. It's really important to have our goals para maging siya yung maging tanda, okay, our pathway where to go. Because learning how to motivate your team begins with discovering what inspires you. Unahin muna natin yung sarili mo as a leader. You must find first, uncover your purpose before you can relate to others, to desires of fulfillment of others. You have to ask yourself as a leader of your team, what motivates you? What pushes you to come to work each day? What is your long-term objective of your team? You create a vision statement that captures your purpose and communicate mo ito sa mga kasama mo. Again, so you will not have a problem with the motivation if you're not offering your team specific duties and objectives. Na-present mo ba sa kanila your team's goal or your vision for your team? Yeah, next slide tayo. So because goals tells your team ano yung ina-expect from them, and also establish a clear path for progress that are really essential in any successful business. Kaya tayo may mga KPIs, no. Titignan natin kung saan tayo patungo, what are our steps. You should be also keen in monitoring and track their progress, not to the point that you micromanage them. Later, I'll discuss this more further because, having an alignment with your team will increase productivity kasi same wavelength kayo eh. Alam nyo kung saan kayo papunta and they will feel valued and more motivated. Next is, again, lead by example. Sharing your vision isn't enough. You must live your purpose every day. Again, hindi enough yung vision mo. Kailangan mabuhay ka dun sa purpose mo, sa vision na sinet mo. Okay, sinet mo and sinet nyo as a team. Because great leaders show the qualities they want to see in their team members, including determination, loyalty, and dedication. Kasi pag mararamdaman yan ng mga kasama mo, if you're just staging your personality, your influence, because you have to recognize your values and apply them to your work. There's nothing wrong to acknowledge your errors or your mistakes. And also take note of your mistakes so that your team will be motivated to follow your lead. Because leading by example is a great start, okay? But you have to dig deeper. Tanungin mo yung sarili mo, what are your weaknesses and strengths, your pluses and minuses? Because knowing your natural leadership style can help you enhance your skills. May mga kasama tayo na they can work alone, okay? They can excel alone, okay? Or they're productive working alone, okay? Sila lang. Merong mga kasama natin that they need people, they need collaboration. Okay, and you as a leader of the team, you have also to know your leadership style and become a dynamic leader who can shift to motivate a team to any situation. Another tip okay, on how to motivate, to push our team is to really number 4 tip is to communicate. Communicate with your team because the best communicators make the best leaders. Again, sa next slide natin, it says the best communicators make the best leaders. They are excellent in interpreting yung non-verbal cues. And they use these techniques like mirroring and timing to gain influence sa mga kasama nila. Kung ganito yung ito yung trip nung kasama mo or ng team member mo so that he or she can become productive, gamitin mo yun as an influence as a leader of the team. Because learning how to inspire your team frequently involves listening attentively, not listening lang, but attentively rather than speaking at all. Ask questions, no? Back to the back slides. Yan. So, ask questions and pay attention to the responses. Ako ay currently leading a team. I usually, when I conduct my one-on-one with them, I may notes ako and then I keep track on that. Pag nag-one-on-one kami the following month, ay yun yung bibisitahin natin. Yun yung focus and then focus ng aming conversation. Normally, hindi kami nag-uusap ng trabaho. We talked about life, okay, in general. To pull them out dun sa work and sa workplace or sa mindset to work because we've been talking about it, but this only a time for us to talk about life. Yun. So maybe you can also start communicating with your team one-on-one, okay, intentionally. So because building rapport requires being open and genuine and discovering points of agreement and gaining more respect. Building these stronger bonds is crucial sa pagdevelop ng intrinsic team motivation. Being sincere is important in stronger is in establishing rapport, but being genuine has additional advantage. Magkaiba yung genuine sa sincere. So in giving your team constructive, no, ayan yung mga questions na nakita natin sa screen. How do you pay attention to their inputs? Yung mga ideas nila, opinions, how this affects you as a leader. When do you conduct your check-in sessions with them? Are you reachable, approachable, or open to any situation or any topics to discuss? So you have to ask questions and pay attention to their responses. Because team members are genuinely motivated when they feel heard, again, napapakinggan sila. So part of communicating with your team is to really providing constructive feedback. In giving your team, of course, providing coaching, mentoring with them, it's really important to provide feedback and rewarding success. This will help motivate your team to achieve achieve in their future work because nakikita nila yung growth nila, okay? And you also provide them, ask them what to go next, what to do next, okay? What will be the pain points? What are the support you need from me? Express also your gratitude to them, and especially when they, of course, nag-excel sa bagay, no? They provided a large number of sales, no? Express your gratitude to them genuinely and be sure to mention kung paano ito nag-impact to help the entire team. Another tip for you to motivate your team to be more productive and of course equivalent to more sales is to really trust them. Trust your team. Never again, next slide tayo, no, but never to micromanage them. As much as possible, take a more hands-off approach, okay? Because the first place you hire them, and this should be part of the hiring process, or even when you're selecting a team member, part siya ng culture to really Kaya mo yan. You empower them to really decide on their own and never micromanage them. Because you'll develop trust and respect in the workplace or in the team when you are open with your team and when you are respected by your team. They will be a lot more receptive to your ideas. If you are always micromanaging them, you'll never know what your team is capable of, because many teams find it suffocating. Hindi nila mabigay yung best self nila because they have string, okay, they have attached to the tawag dito, set by their leader, na ito yung gagawin, ito yung gagawin. So they cannot move. So you'll never know what your team is capable of. In relation to, of course, trusting the team, it's really important to also, from your team member, to work with other teams. Okay, encourage teamwork, because everyone is more productive when a team works together rather than work in silo. So, isa sa mga pinopromote namin ako personally, it's really working together makes really a very good impact in productivity. And it feels less isolated, okay, lalo na sa challenging times ngayon that there's a limitation conducting our face-to-face meetings, no? Pag ginawa natin to, isa sa mga tips natin to encourage teamwork is they will feel less isolated and more engaged. Kaya nga when you see a team member go beyond and above the target set, no, recognize them. So you'll empower them to do more and more the same, and also encourage them to work with a team. Because teams should hold one another accountable sa bawat isa, okay, while providing support when a member is overworked na, so or absent, no? So andun yung team. So you can provide team building, team building, friendly competition, encouragement, no, so that to boost your employee motivation. Another thing is to, now that in challenging times, some of us are back to office work. Some of us naman ay still in remote working. It's really important to also know that to provide a healthy work environment. This environment does not include a physical environment, physical space, but an environment wherein your team member can speak up. Okay? Hindi sila mahihiya to share their ideas. So the team's creativity, satisfaction, and productivity are affected nitong work environment. Let's create an enjoyable space to work in. Includes privacy, yung kailangan iset yung noise, kung babalik na tayo sa office, if we have our office, no, provide a quality air, lights, and areas to relax, and an ambience to work together. Encourage also a healthy norms or habit to maintain the energy level of the team and reduce stress. Because there are many trends as now toward remote working that are closely related to the idea of well-being. Team members who work remotely can set their own hours. No, they are also able to recover the hours, so they would usually spend each day in commuting. Lalo na sa panahon ngayon, ang hirap mag-commute. Okay, because of this, a lot of people ay leaning towards dito sa remote working as more than just a benefit, no. If this holds a true of your true team, no, or your business, you have also reconsider setting up a remote or hybrid office. So as a leader of the team, you have to be more attentive or more attention and support, especially those our team members who are working remotely. For sure, they have different struggles than those who are working at the office. So you can run an employee engagement or a team survey, okay? Team member survey for remote employees to find out so that malalaman natin kung ano yung support na bibigay natin. So how does your team adjust to working remotely, and how will you prioritize each person's well-being? Because on the next slide, we put well-being first. Modern team member motivation is concerned with individual well-being as well as business or a team growth. Ngayon, yung mga tao want to feel appreciated by their companies or team or their employers. They want to inquire about they want you to inquire about their loved ones, their physical well-being is really important to talk about it, no? Kamusta sila? Kamusta ang pamilya mo? Kamusta ang overall well-being mo? Okay, nakatulog ka ba ng maayos? Or you drink a lot of water? You have exercise? What are your activities to maintain your mental health? They want to have a vacation without being anxious. Okay? Kung hindi sila makaka-report for the team, let it enjoy the vacation, because your team will be more able to contribute when you offer them to refresh their bodies and minds. Last two tips on how we will going to motivate our team is this one is to give opportunities for development and growth. Well, some of you is working in a private or a public, they also have this professional development. When the team is gaining skills or learning, they will feel valued and appreciated kasi nabibigyan natin sila ng panahon, ng budget to really develop their skills, no? Which this skills shall be tailored sa kanilang value, sa kanilang gustong gawin. This can be form of training. You can also set a challenging target. So to them, especially when they hit a previous target, so you schedule a one-on-one with them and then set a challenging one. Okay, that also gives more opportunities for development. And you can also conduct shadowing, mentoring, and them mentoring others. Because professional providing a professional development follows personal development as well. Now, kung mapapansin niyo in a team, merong star player. And the main barrier to team motivation or lalo na yung star player ay maboard. Kasi kaya ko na, gano'n. Wala nang challenge sa akin. Which particularly affects our top performers. So, why stay if those at the top believe that they have nothing more to learn? By changing their routines, by providing opportunities for development and growth, by giving them a brand new challenging assignment, even promoting a lateral move, or you can assist them to break out of their comfort zone. Driven individuals are those who are engaged. Again, kaya we really need more engagement with them as part of providing opportunities for development and growth. Because people that have a growth mindset succeed because they like to learn, no? They like to learn new skills. Kailangan nila ng new skills every day. Okay? Walang isang araw that we don't learn. Okay, so encourage your personal development among your team members to foster yung ganitong mindset, to really learn every day. Okay, learn having a growth mindset. Send them books or mga articles to read up to also hone talents and skills. Invitation to mga networking events to help them gain more skills and growth. Again, they will feel more appreciated and valued, which will, of course, makita natin yung result sa ating team. No, makita natin yung productivity, the number of sales that we closed. And last but definitely not the least is to really ask for help. If your team really you have the challenge, may challenge in handling your team, or you as a member there's a challenge or misalignment with your leader, you ask for help because no company owner has all the answers. Walang Mr. Know-it-all. We all have blind spots and shortcomings in developing your team's motivation because it takes time. Okay? It takes commitment, okay, determination to really motivate your team. Lalo na because your team can be aalis, yung mga team members aalis, magpapalit, no, may mga turnover. You have to maintain the motivation because every individual is different. Okay, which means that every team is different. In business, it's always valuable to have a sounding board like a coach, no, and a place to go for advice. Because any team needs motivation. Thus, you should always strive to develop inspiration and motivation in your team. So let me end my talk by saying, any team needs motivation. That you should always, okay, you should always strive to develop inspiration and motivation in your coworkers or co-team. Again, so to know more, next slide, no, to know more, we can talk more. Okay, you can contact me via email, mobile phone, or Facebook. Again, maraming salamat, Max International, and happy Max morning to all of you.
Thank you so much for that very inspiring talk, Coach Tony. Ang dami kong natutunan, ang dami kong na-notes personally from that webinar. Ayan. So actually, if may questions kayo for Coach Tony, let us know lang through the comment section. But for now, siguro Coach Tony, I have a question.
Sure.
So how about for example, as a leader, nagawa na nila lahat ng 9 steps, no? They recognized kung ano yung nagmo-motivate sa person na yon, sa team member niya, nag-set siya ng goals and everything, but some people talaga are parang may barrier, you know, hindi talaga sila open communication. So what else can we do if we already did all of this, or meron pa ba?
Yeah, siguro we can set a performance evaluation or performance or a guidelines, okay, or a deepen conversation with them because sa lahat naman there's always a reason why people doing this such, no? We also need to recognize what holding them back. Bakit hindi nila ma-provide yung ganitong tawag dito, ine-expect sa kanila. There is something that we need to connect. Kumbaga, may mali lang doon sa kumbaga sa TV, sa monitor, may mali lang sa connection. So and again, we need to identify where it is. Unless otherwise, we set a performance evaluation plan sa kanila.
I see. Okay. So thank you for that, Coach Tony. Siguro another question naman is, okay, 'di ba yung isang point mo is yung the main barrier to motivation is boredom.
Correct.
So okay, nag-start kami. Sobrang rara, talagang energetic, very happy, reaching the sky, ganyan. And then, nagkaroon na lang bigla ng culture na parang sabay-sabay din na nag-die down. So how do we jumpstart yung spark na yon? Paano kami babalik doon sa ganong energy?
Well, again, you have to, again, go to the reason why. Bakit nagkaroon ng energy? So, we cannot hit a target if we don't know what target is. Ano yung target natin. So, again, for that, if I may, you can regroup pivots again to okay, kasi nga lalo na sa ngayon, sa sales nga, kasi I also work with sales, kailangan talaga iba-iba siya. So talagang hindi siya monotone. Dapat nag-iiba-iba. Even our lives, our on how we really do live our life. So we really need to bounce if ever, okay, there's why, and we can conduct our surveys. That's why I also share with you that you can conduct your surveys or what do you feel about the performance, ganon. We see, well, yung jump to conclusion that bumababa yung motivation. We don't provide that on advance. Parang okay, we want to gather more data. Okay, okay, bakit siya nangyayari? And then from that we formulate steps, okay, baby steps on how we can bounce back again our energy.
Ayan, okay. So thank you for that, Coach Tony, and very much noted. Ayan, so actually there are no questions naman po from the team, and ayan, they are just expressing their gratitude sa talk mo. So thank you daw for the good topic, and maganda yung topic daw to motivate the team. So thank you so much, Coach Tony.
Maraming salamat din po. You can share the slide to your team as well. Just go on.
Ay, wow. Ayan, sige. So, ayan, isi-share ni Coach Tony sa atin yung slides na shinare niya kanina. So, thank you so much for that, Coach Tony. And Max Morning.
Max Morning.
Thank you. Ayan, so thank you everyone for staying with us. And we just have a few reminders for you. Ayan, so what do you want to discuss next sa ating Max chat room? So our next episode is going to happen on July 15, 2022. So if you have any requests, if you have any ideas, or meron kayong topics na gustong i-touch, or meron kayong topics na gusto pang, or skills na gusto pang ma-enhance, ganyan. So just let us know through the comment section, and we'll see kung magiging fit siya for Max chat room. So let us know lang in the comment section, and I'll be waiting for it. So next naman,